So all the three very important for 4 marks question: tobacco, opioids, cannabinoids, cocoids. Cocoids also called coca or coke or crack. So they cause some sense of euphoria. Again, the problem arises. 1 minute. Screen is cloudy. Mm, like yesterday, I can change the beginning itself. Better we change that green screen. Varshita, what is drug abuse? Varshita, Varshita, hello, Satvika, hello, hello. Ah, yes, answer me. What is drug abuse? Meanwhile, note is not responding. That's why. Meanwhile, you answer that question. What is drug abuse? I think you were absent on that day, Satvika. Mm. Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. Mm. Very good, very good. Very nice. So differentiate the smack and crack. What is smack? Mm. Yes, yes, yes. Very good, very good. So, what is the infective stage of malarial parasite to mosquito? Infective stage of malarial parasite to mosquito. I am asking. Okay. Can you answer this? Any one of you? I don't want to ask you by name. Any one of you. Infective stage of malarial parasite to female Anopheles mosquito I am asking. Of course, this is need bit. Not there in the 2 marks question of IPE. It is the need bit. Tell me. Wrong answer. Sporozoite is infective stage of Plasmodium to man, not mosquito. I am asking mosquito. Infective stage of Plasmodium to female Anopheles mosquito. That is what I am asking. Yes, a note is not responding. Meanwhile, you answer these questions. Okay. Hmm? Easy. Any one of you? So I'm coming and teaching and going away. So that's why, of course, it is not correct on my part also. But online classes, definitely we should do like this because there is no other go. Gametocytes. Answer is gametocytes. So at what stage they enter into both the hosts, that is infective stage. The stages of Plasmodium that enter into that infects the humans, sporozoite. So infection of mosquitoes done by gametocytes. Okay, right. Where the gametocytes are developed? Where the gametocytes are developed? The location of conversion of merozoites, excess merozoites into gametocytes occurs in no. That is in the Uchrere bancrofti. We never use that midgut here. In the Plasmodium, in case of Plasmodium, we never use the midgut of mosquito. We always use the crop of the mosquito.
Sir, is it lumen of the crop of mosquito?
What is that?
Lumen of the crop of mosquitoes.
No. Development, merozoites are converted into gametocytes formation, I am asking. Not further development of gametocytes, I am asking. Formation of gametocytes before entry into mosquito, where they are formed.
Sir, it is
Yes,
bone marrow.
yes. While the erythrocytes are in the spleen and bone marrow, the merozoites are converted into gametocytes. What is the lifespan of gametocytes? Srujana? Only Srujana should answer this. Lifespan of gametocytes. Within how many days it should enter into the mosquito, otherwise they will die. Hello?
Sir, can I?
One minute. Srujana? Srujana?
Yes, sir.
You answer this question. Of course,
Within 7 days, sir.
yes, within 7 days. Otherwise, they will die. Okay. The characteristic of microgametocyte. Any one of you? The characteristics of microgametocyte. The characteristics of microgametocyte. Tell me, what are the characteristics of microgametocyte?
Sir, they are smaller in size, sir. They are smaller in size, sir. They are male gametocytes, sir. Microgametocytes.
Microgametocytes also called male gametocytes. They are small in size and also only size, not only the size. The other characters also there. What are they? Nucleus is large, cytoplasm is small amount, and cell is also small when compared with macrogametocyte. In the same way, tell me the opposite characters of microgametocyte become the macrogametocyte. What are the opposite characters
Yes,
of?
sir. They are larger and they are also females, sir.
And,
Macrogametocyte.
and also nucleus is small and cytoplasm is large amount. Reverse of microgametocyte. Microgametocyte, large nucleus, small amount of cytoplasm. That is small nucleus, large amount of cytoplasm. Size is cell size is also larger. Okay. So now, so it is responding, but I don't know why. When I touch this board, what happens we don't know. So let us continue the lesson. Adverse effects of TDA on humans. So what are the adverse effects of TDA? Let us list out. When anybody, any youngster addicted to these habits, especially drugs and alcohol, they definitely develop reluctant behavior. So reluctancy, suppose if anything you ask or says about that friend, your friend will not respond, do not like to respond, does not like to respond. So that is reluctancy, means aistata, reluctant behavior. And vandalism, a rough nature, and violence, go for beating and fighting with others. Violence also. See the ill effects caused by TDA. How many ill effects are there? And also overdoses. Suppose overdoses are there, repeated doses occur. What happens, very dangerous. Overdoses leads to respiratory failure. See, respiratory failure. Okay. And then heart failure. Heart failure is not a death of a person. The pumping of heart is suddenly stopped. That is called heart failure. Pumping ability of heart. Lack of pumping ability of heart. That is called heart failure. So, heart failure, and also the brain hemorrhage. Heart failure and hemorrhage, cerebral hemorrhage, you say like that, or brain hemorrhage. Generally, there is a beautiful technical term for brain hemorrhage. What is hemorrhage? A splitting of small, minute, microscopic blood vessels present on the surface of the brain. On dorsal side of the brain, they are present. They will be broken. So that is called brain hemorrhage. So heart failure and brain hemorrhage or cerebral hemorrhage. So these are when we take overdoses. So will be put in last and final symptom of overdoses is put in coma and death. So adverse effects in the NCERT, the NEET paper, the statements are given. So all these are statement type questions. One of the following is not an adverse effect of TDA, like that the questions will come. So that's why even yesterday also withdrawal syndrome symptoms I told you. Shakiness of the body means shivering of the body, tremors in the body, nausea means vomiting sensation, reeling of the head region, and sweating also occurs. Anxiety also there. To take again what is dropped by you, again that anxiety is there. When I take like that. So those are the symptoms of the withdrawal syndrome. Carefully remember all these things. Only advantage for NEET and MCET, what is the advantage? Multiple choice questions. Options are there. At least you read once or twice NCERT book. You can easily answer. NCERT book is very brief account. Not that much as depth in the academy. It is deeply touched, but that is superficially touched. That academy book, very brief account. Even Animal Kingdom also, only characters, phylum characters. Classification is not there. So you are saved. That's why you can easily, if you once you read, it will help you like anything. So it leads to coma and death also. Coma and death. But this is more dangerous symptom. Combination of drugs and alcohol. You see, the sentences carefully follow. Overdoses leads to, you say like that. So these four. But combination of drug and alcohol, in these two combinations are very dangerous. Suppose if any addict take this combination, and there is no coma, directly death. The combination of drug and alcohol leads to death. This is the dangerous situation. So try to abandon all these habits. Should get rid of. Otherwise, these ill effects you have to face. That's why the heading itself is adverse effects of TDA. And then sometimes the drug addicts definitely mainly suffer from these two, which are STD diseases, sexually transmitted diseases, or venereal diseases, or reproductive tract infections. These are all. So hepatitis B and AIDS. These two are prone to the drug addicts because drugs are taken by syringes, injections. So that's why they use the needles and syringes. In friend circle, vicious circle, one syringe used by one friend, the same syringe is used by you also. That is why hepatitis B and AIDS spread through infected needles and syringes. Spread through infected needles and syringes. You see how it is? This is most important. Through infected needles and syringe, the drug addicts generally spread with hepatitis B virus and AIDS. These two, HIV and hepatitis B. So these two, star mark, put a star mark. Through infected needles and syringes, which diseases spread in the drug addicts, which is more prevalent in the drug addicts. And also the drug and alcohol combination, another point. In this mini paragraph, if you see, turn the page, last page of the TDA. Last page of the TDA we are discussing now. If you take this paragraph, above paragraph is completed, and below paragraph, this drug and alcohol combination also affects the two systems, also affects nervous system and digestive system, affects NS and liver. This should be underlined. This point also put a star mark. This should be underlined. See there in the book you should underline this. The same line is also there in the NEET book also. Carefully underline this. Drug and alcohol combination also affects NS and liver. And in the liver it causes cirrhosis. It causes, especially alcoholics, it causes cirrhosis of liver. Cirrhosis means failure of liver and leads to Hepatitis means inflammation of liver. It causes cirrhosis of liver. In alcoholics, especially alcoholics, liver is greatly damaged. Right side liver enlarges. Enlargement itself is a cirrhosis. So cirrhosis should be underlined. Of course, not given in the academy book, but this is a NCERT word. So keep NCERT. 8th point, keep NCERT. Against 8th point, write NCERT. It causes cirrhosis of liver in especially alcoholics, not drug addicts, especially alcoholics. And it also causes, it drops drop the academic interest. These habits drops the academic interest, means studies, because you are all adolescents, so drops the academic interest. చదవాలి అన్నటువంటి కోరిక అలా తగ్గిపోతుందన్నమాట. సో డ్రాప్స్ ది అకాడమిక్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అండ్ ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇన్ పర్సనల్ హైజీన్. శుభ్రంగా ఉండాలి అన్న ఇది రాదన్నమాట, ఆ జాగ్రత్త రాదు. ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇన్ పర్సనల్ హైజీన్. హెయిర్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ప్రాపర్లీ డ్రెస్డ్. బాదింగ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ టేకెన్ బై దోస్ పీపుల్. బాదింగ్ మీన్స్ స్నానం చేయటం, తల సరిగ్గా దూకోవటం, hair dressing, these are all. So lack of interest in personal hygiene also. See how many adverse effects are there, total page adverse effects. And lack of interest in hobbies also. Lack of interest in hobbies. See, hobbies, suppose you are a sports person, you are interested in music, you are interested in singing, you are interested in giving discourses, like that, any habit. So lack of interest in hobbies. You are interested in reading, daily you go to library and you read some book to acquire some knowledge. So like that, lack of interest in hobbies also. And aggressiveness, the behavioral change, worst behavioral change is aggressiveness. Aggressiveness means angry and fighting nature, all these are. So in that point also come under this reluctant behavior. So aggressiveness, I think you are observing this response of okay, cloudy. It is very cloudy. That's why I have to stop for a while till it gives us directions. We are following the directions given by this banner. I have to wait. Ask me.
Sir, can HIV also spread through needles, sir?
HIV also, drug addicts, blood, because blood is there, blood, during blood transfusion also it spreads kada. So where the antibodies are present, HIV antibodies in the serum. Serum means nothing but blood. What is serum? It is nothing but blood without fibrinogens, without RBC, without fibrinogens, blood clotting proteins. If these are absent, that is called serum. So it is related to blood only. Serum always related to blood only. That's why they inject here intramuscular or intravenous, whatever it is. Definitely the needles touch the blood. If they are HIV positive, the same needle and same syringe used by your friend, suppose, he will get that. Nobody knows who is getting, who is suffering from HIV or hepatitis. They don't tell. They don't tell. They don't reveal the facts. Even they don't know that they have these diseases. Even they don't know HIV. Till the symptoms appear, HIV nobody can estimate. Nobody can imagine about HIV till the symptoms appear. That is the problem. So that's why in the circle it spreads very easily through infected needles and syringes. So that sentence, have you seen that sentence in the book? Have you seen that sentence? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I underline that sentence. That's why I have kept star marks also here. Sixth point and seventh point. And lack of interest in hobbies, aggressiveness. Now it is responding. Aggressiveness. And also depression. Mm, For simple things also mentally they get depressed. So depression also, aggressiveness, depression, fatigue also. When the alcohol and drugs anybody takes in combination, fatigue means tiredness. In the muscles also we used this term fatigue. Which muscles are fatigue muscles? In this connection I am recollecting the animal tissues. Last animal tissues are muscular tissues. Last but one. Can you say what is fatigue? Which muscles are fatigue muscles? Hmm? Which muscles are fatigue muscles? Tell me. Hello? Anybody tell me? Which muscles are fatigue muscles?
Sir, voluntary muscles.
Hmm?
Voluntary muscles.
Voluntary muscles. Rest of the two muscles are
Striated muscles. Striated.
voluntary, striated, striped, or skeletal muscles, or fatigue muscles, or syncytial muscles. All these names are the other names of those voluntary muscles. Rest of the two muscles are involuntary muscles. They never undergo fatigue. But the voluntary muscles contract rapidly and tired rapidly due to accumulation of lactic acid. That is not done so in the both smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. Especially cardiac muscles are highly resistant to fatigue because they have a copious supply of blood and more mitochondria and also more myoglobin. That is why they never tired. They are never tired. Already I told you, if the heart working of heart muscle is stopped, suppose if the heart muscle takes rest, what I told you, we will take permanent rest. Okay? That is, we will die. So like that. It is not responding again. Today I don't think this can be completed. Yesterday it should have been completed. Yesterday also same is the case with. So I wanted to go back, but it is not. It is also not responding. This desktop also not responding. Green screen I wanted to keep. That is also not responding. Now it is. So depression and also fatigue. Hmm. Oh, totally disappeared. పేడ వదిలిపోయింది. Okay, so that is the 13th point. 13th point is depression. Oh, I have to share kada. So
Sir, shared, sir.
it is shared,
Sir,
ah?
listening.
Ah,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay, okay, okay. So mm, it is not writing. So they have to remove the videos first of all. Uploaded videos must be removed so that we can. Okay, anyhow, let us take this. Uh, that is fatigue. 13th point is fatigue, adverse effects, and the next one is appetite also will be reduced, loss of appetite. So also it is there, and a change of eating and sleeping timings. Change of eating and sleeping timings. This is most important. Eating and sleeping timings. See how this behavior of these addicts. So these are the adverse effects. We have listed 15, almost 15 points. Now the sports persons, effects on sports persons, sports persons, sex reversal occurs sometimes. How you know? Let us see this. Sports women and men take the anabolic steroids to improve their performance in the sports. Brian Lara. Brian Lara, once upon a time, he was a captain of West Indies. And Mike Tyson also. Not Mike Tyson, some wrestler. They used to take these drugs to improve their performance. So they are suspended, forever suspended in the cricket, Lara. So like that, sports women and men, how they are affected by the women generally take anabolic steroids. Majority of the drugs are anabolic steroids. What is meant by anabolic steroids means, the drugs which are prepared by lipids, which show the effect on carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism, and fat metabolism. That's why they are called anabolic steroids, especially fat metabolism. So that's why sports women and men take anabolic steroids, have these ill effects. Almost sex reversal also occurs. What are those ill effects? In women. Women, let us see. Masculinization. Masculinization means manly behavior. Masculinization in women, and excessive growth of hair. Excess growth of hair on face and body. Generally, women have no hair, They are hairless almost. We are hairy. So, excess growth of hair on face and body. On face and body also. This is a man character, not woman character. This is also man character. And enlargement of clitoris. Enlargement of clitoris. Clitoris is a external genitalia in woman. Above the mons, below the mons pubis it occurs. It is clitoris. So this enlarges like a penis of man. And the another point is abnormal menstrual cycles. Abnormal menstrual cycles. So these are the changes occur in women. And besides aggressiveness, mood swings, depression. Generally, adolescents, time to time, they change their moods. Now they laugh, and the next minute, they are very serious. Like that, mood swings occur. Aggressiveness, mood swings, and depression. These three are common for both men and women. And in men, what are the changes occur in the men? Let us see. Acne problem. Acne means pimples. Because these are all steroids, That's why pimples formation. Pimple is a fatty boils, lipid boils they are. Acne, first problem, pimples. And enlargement of prostate gland. Enlargement of prostate gland. Prostate gland is a mainly gland of male reproductive system. So enlargement of prostate gland, acne problems, and enlargement of breast also. Enlargement of breast. In men, enlargement of breast is a woman character. So enlargement of breast and reduce in the size of testicles, reduction of size of testicles. Testicle size also greatly reduced. So these points you must remember very carefully. That paragraph. Prevention is better than cure. Prevention and control is there, last paragraph. Above that paragraph, this paragraph is very important. Statements. These are all effects of the drugs on men and women. So reduction of size of testicles and premature baldness. Actually, generally aged people like us, we get bald head. But you should not get bald head. So that's why premature bald head. If youngsters get bald head, it is called premature bald head. So dysfunctions of kidneys and liver. Kidney, liver dysfunctions. They do not work. So kidney, liver dysfunctions. See how. And besides this, here the fifth point is there, aggressiveness, mood swings, and depression. Here also same. These two are common to both men and women, and depression. So these are the drug users by sports women and men to improve their performance. So now let us go to the next page, last and final page. Today we can complete this. Prevention and control of TDA. Prevention and control. This is the heading. So prevention is better than cure. Question, if you see the question bank, question is like that it is given. Prevention is better than cure. Justify this statement with regard to TDA. That is the question. So how we can control the TDA, prevention and control of TDA? Counseling is most important. Education and counseling is more important. So there are, these headings are there. The first head, like this paragraph also 4 marks question. Last 4 marks question. So here I put this first of all, the undue parental pressure. Undue means unnecessary. Undue parental pressure. Generally parents, suppose parents ask you to take BPC. Why? To do MBBS. BPC target is always, our goal is MBBS. So to achieve that goal, you have to take BPC. But your interest is somewhere. Maybe in the field of music, or maybe in the field of cricket, or maybe in the field of other aspects. You wanted to become a pilot. Like that. Aspirations are different from person to person, but no parent understands this. That is called undue parental pressure. So unnecessary pressure should not be there by parents on the kids. And second, responsibility of parents and teachers. Responsible. Put a headings like this and write down. Responsibility of parents and teachers. See, the both parents and teachers are responsible. For example, majority you are spending outside the home. because you are in the stage of learning and you are going to educational institutions like schools and colleges. So majority of them day, all the day you have to spend in the educational institutions. So teacher is responsible for that. If any teacher finds fault with the student, he has to set right and bring into the notice of parents also. If parents also find noticed these habits, then they immediately take responsibility and control them and counsel them. That is the second heading, responsibility of parents and teachers. Seeking peer help. Next point. Seeking peer help means, what is peer help? Peers means same age group, means friends. Friend circle, if any, suppose all friends may not be addicted to drugs and TDA. So some are good people also there. If anyone finds in your friend circle, if anyone finds anybody taking drugs or smoking cigarette or like this, they should be bring into the notice of both parents and teachers. That like that they can be counseled and set right. Education and counseling. Sometimes these habits occur due to failures, and suppose in the academic failures or failures in the sports or whatever it may be, any failure they take very serious and addicted to these drugs and alcohol to avoid that. So education and counseling must be essential for those people. Failure is a part of life. Success and failures are the part of life. You take it as a part of life, but not as a say a serious thing. So that's why education and counseling should be there. And lastly, medical help and rehabilitation. Like this, put headings and write this 4 marks question. Medical health and rehabilitation. Rehabilitation means again bringing back to normalcy. Psychiatrists and psychologists, they treat this, and all addicts are educated by the doctors like psychiatrists and psychologists, and also they gradually withdraw from these habits. These are the 5 headings you have to keep and complete this as for 4 marks question. So with this 6th unit we have completed biology in human welfare. Okay na? So tomorrow freshly we can start the 7th unit, cockroach. Tomorrow we can freshly start. Okay, right? Tomorrow let us start continuously. Cockroach only for NEET. Bring NCERT book only tomorrow. Don't bring academy book. Purely NCERT book bring, because cockroach is deleted for IP. 7th unit is deleted. That's why. Because recent paper also you have come witnessed cockroach bit also there. So that's why. Okay. For that, for the sake of one bit also you have to, should not leave anything. We should touch. Okay, I can end the class. Tomorrow we can meet. Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, Amma.